Alright, so we're going to kind of continue where we left off. Last time, again, was more of an introduction of what affiliate SEO looks like these days and what you need to be aware of. Now we're going to go further into how you need to start researching to make sure you have the proper plan in place. And I kind of started talking about some things in the last video that may have piqued your interest. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you about some terms that I used to make a lot of money with affiliate, and the reason why I haven't been touching those terms anymore. And it was actually coupons. Okay, so I was making a lot of money with coupon related terms, and I was like making EMDs for these, and I would rank very easily. But when this algorithm came, like for most niches, it actually helps with affiliate, but for my main niche, which was coupon stuff, it actually hurt. And the reason is there's so many high domain authority sites that are specifically about coupons that they were just knocking me off. So even though I had very specific EMDs for stuff, sometimes I get hit with they would contact me like, look, you can't use our brand, the domain name. So it wouldn't be as specific as I liked because I couldn't get the exact keyword in there, but I would have something similar and then coupon code. So I was competing with all these super high domain authority sites that also had relevancy in the domain name. So, and by the way, just think about this when it comes to keywords. One of the reasons that coupon terms convert so well is because that's the furthest along in the buyer process you can be. That person already decided to buy. It's not just like Best Electronic Cigarette where they're ready to buy. They decided to buy. They're at the checkout. Now they're just looking for a coupon code. So that's like bam. I mean, some sites I'll get conversions as high as 50%. And honestly, if I had the time, I'd probably try to start a big coupon site. You can make millions a month doing that, but you're going to need a lot of investment to do it. Most people I wouldn't recommend it for unless you have a super large budget and you really know what you're doing. But let's just do an example here, like Kohl's coupon. What you're going to see is tons of sites that are very, very relevant for either coupon or Kohl's or whatever the case is, and have high domain authority. So, for example, Kohl's.com is number one because they have Kohl's in their domain. Let's go see what they got. I just want to continue because I know people are probably interested what I was talking about in the last video. They got 33,000 referring domains and they got Kohl's in their domain name. Super relevant with 30,000 referring domains. Retail Me Not, these are one of the sites that killed me. Specifically about coupon stuff or about retail saving money, and they got 30,000 referring domains. They've killed me for a lot of terms. Groupon, same thing. Specifically about saving money, like coupon related stuff. And they got 75,000 referring domains. These guys are somewhat newer. Maybe I don't know if I've seen them. Good search. See what they got. They got 1,200. So I'm wondering what they're doing. They might be doing some. That's another thing. There's some super high competition for coupon terms. So there's people playing some these guys are probably have tricks going on behind the scenes. I'll have to take a look at them, but they're probably using some pretty high tech tricks or black hat stuff where they may not be around for too long. But these guys they got coupon in the domain name, so they're very, very relevant. And then they got 4,000 referring domains. So, I don't have time to build a site with 4,000 referring domains right now, unfortunately. Slick Deal, same thing. All these guys are kind of the same. These are all some of the bigger guys. Coupons.com, they rank for a lot of stuff. These guys knocked me off for a lot. They have coupons in their domain. Actually, it's an EMD for coupons, and they have a 20,000 referring domains. So, a lot of my EMDs, because I got knocked off for the brand name, I had to, use different domain names. I couldn't get the exact term in there, and then, I only had a couple hundred referring domains at most. I'm competing with guys that have a few thousand or more, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000. You see with Groupon and Retail Me Not, Kohl's. It's just. The change is good for most niches, but for a niche like this where it's so competitive, it hurt me. And that's why I don't do as much affiliate SEO anymore, just because I'm focused on a lot of other things. But I'm still making tens of thousands of dollars with affiliate. I still have my sites out there. It's just that I don't work on them. And that's the other thing I started pointing out when I before I ended the last video. If you're in affiliate, don't make it like a side thing. It's got to be something you're really focused on. That's another reason why I'm not as successful as I used to be with affiliate. I don't put the time into it. affiliate sites require more attention now. Like, you really got to care about them. You got to keep up on them. And not like a ton, but like you should be continuously linking to them, at least, like we're doing with precision mold removal, maybe a little quicker. For my affiliate sites, I haven't touched them in 6 months. Like, I don't continue, like I don't pay attention to them. I'm trying to learn paid traffic with Facebook. I'm trying to learn CPA. I'm trying to keep up with consulting with OMG, and I got to shoot videos, and I just don't have time to build huge affiliate sites that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month anymore. Again, I'm still making tens of thousands a month off my older sites, but it's not that affiliate SEO doesn't work. It's that it doesn't fit my schedule right now, because you need to be able to put a little more time and effort into them. Like, your content's got to be good. The site should look good. You should be continuously staying on it and linking to it with good links. And I just don't have the time to do that. Okay, so my point of telling you this is, make sure that if you want to start an affiliate site, don't just make it like I'm just gonna throw out this site and see what happens. Like I'm gonna do this site, and I'm gonna keep on it, and I'm gonna stick with it. And that's why I really recommend topics that you're interested in, because you're much more likely to stay with an affiliate site when you're interested in the topic. Okay, but again, it's just important you understand that it shouldn't be a side project or like something you kind of touch a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna put up an affiliate site. It should be, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make it work, I'm gonna do it right, and then that's gonna increase your chances a lot more of making it work. Okay, but what I started talking about in the last video was kind of looking at competition. I started talking about, I made a site on the best grappling dummies, and sorry about the sneeze. I think I made the domain, like, I don't know, bestgrapplingdummies.com or something like that. And it's one of those ones where I should have done my research before, and I didn't. Okay, it's before I kind of started this process. And, I got up to like number 10 or so for best grappling dummies. And by that time, I'd sent 30, 40 referring domains to it. And I'm like, man, like, I don't care. It wasn't to make money. It was kind of to test, so I just stopped. But the point is, I should have made my site more about like grappling or fighting or MMA. Why? Because that's what type of sites are ranking, and they really don't have that many more referring domains. And then I could have covered a whole wide variety of topics, not just like the best grappling dummies. I could have covered MMA gloves and jiu-jitsu spats and gis and fighting gloves and boxing gloves, and I could have covered everything that has to do with fighting with just 100 more referring domains. It would have been a huge site about a whole bunch of different topics in one specific area, instead of just the best grappling dummies, which I'm going to need 40 referring domains for, which isn't going to make me that much money. So that's what I mean about like, you can go too wide, but you can also go too small and limit yourself and waste resources that way. Okay, because if we take, like, this is going to be about doing research now. If we do this term, like say I was going after this term now, I would type this in, and I would take, like, what type of sites are ranking? Okay, attack the back, that has to do with like grappling, because attack the back is like, you get their back, try to choke them. This has to do with grappling. Fighting report, fighting has to do with grappling. Grappling dummies, all the same thing. Again, another site about fighting. Grapple arts, another site about grappling. MMA, so about fighting, MMA. Fight hard, again about fighting. MMA Life, about MMA. Let's see. I don't know what this site is. Then you got Jiu-Jitsu Dummies. You have an EMD there. And then another site about MMA. But again, why create a site that's just about Jiu-Jitsu when it seems like, you can create a site about MMA or fighting and then cover that whole topic, and these sites probably don't have that many more referring domains, but that's what we're going to look at now. So one of the tools I like to look at this with is the OMG Command Center. Then you go to Tools and then Keyword Analyzer, and then type in the keyword. If you don't have this tool, don't worry. You can look at them manually in a tool like Ahrefs, which is what I use over here. It's probably my favorite tool. But sometimes, since I have OMG Command Center, I'll use this tool to get a general overview, which you're about to see. So what it's going to do is it's going to load all the sites on the first page. It's going to tell me their domain authority and page authority. All right, so as we can see, this gives me a good overview. Okay, so we got sites in the green here, which is good for domain authority, and really sites in the yellow as well. We don't have really sites in the pink. We have one. That's it, which tells me these guys are able to rank for a term that's a subtopic with pretty low domain authority. Now what I'm going to do is go dig in deeper. So these guys, FightBest.com, have a 23. They're the highest ranked site with a green. So let's go take a look at them. Here they are right here. They're at number 3. And let's go see how many referring domains they have. Only 80 referring domains. Okay, again, my site that had like 30 or 40 for best grappling dummy, and I was like number 10. These guys are number 3 with 80, and they can cover all different topics on fighting. There's so many topics to cover on fighting. You can do like how to fight video guide and like gear, and like there's so many things you can cover. Whereas I was limited to just pretty much covering the best grappling dummies or different grappling dummies. That's it. I really limited myself, and I wasted a lot of resources. Well, of course, I wasn't like trying to rank the site. Like I said, my affiliate sites are pretty much crappy content, and I test with them to get SEO data. But I'm saying for someone that's seriously interested in making money with affiliate, like if I was seriously interested, I would have probably made my site on just fighting, okay, and then covered a whole bunch of variety of topics on my inner pages. All right. But let's go take a look at some of these other guys. Like, so the top guys have like 31, 33. Let's just go take a look at them. So we got Attack the Back, which is basically like a grappling site. That's like a grappling term. And they got 250, all right, which really isn't that many. They're getting about $10,000 in referring or in traffic value a month, so they're probably making pretty good money. And they only have 250 referring domains. So these guys at number 2, Fighting Report, about the same, 250. Okay, so there's not a ton of referring domains going on here. We see these guys had 80. Let's see, Grapple Arts. I've heard of them, and I've actually bought stuff from them, so I know they have a little more. This might not be doing a good job with this page. They got 1,200. Let's see, MMA Station. Again, remember, it depends on what they got going to the inner pages, how relevant the links are, all that as well. All right, so these guys got pretty low, actually, looks like. They only got 95. Okay? They got 95. Fight Hard. And they got 90. All right, so we got a lot of sites in that range on this page, which tells me if I want to rank for grappling dummies, I might as well just start a site on fighting or grappling and then give myself a lot wider range of topics to talk about. Okay, and again, you don't need to have OMG Command Center if you don't have it. It just kind of gives you a good overview here. All right, but my point is, when you would come into this, why start a site specifically on the best grappling dummies like I did, which is a dumb mistake, when you can start on grappling or fighting and then have so many other topics to talk about. So many other, you could expand so much more, and you really don't have to use that many more resources to do it. Okay, so that's one thing you want to look at. Another thing is, when you see sites like this, when you see a bunch of sites in the green ranking on the first page, that's a very good sign. If you see a whole bunch of pink, you got to be careful with that. Okay, let's go take a look at a different term here. I'm just going to pull one that I used to do, invest in gold. I know this niche changed a lot. And let's see what we got here. We got like a whole bunch of, it seems like higher authority sites about investing ranking on the first page. But let's go do an overview in here. Let's go back to the keyword analyzer. Invest in gold. And let's see what we come up with. All right, so as you can see, a much different story, right? In the first one, we had a bunch of greens, a couple yellows, and then just one pink. In this one, what do we got? We got all pink. Not good. So if you want to start a site on and try to rank for investing in gold or invest in gold, you better be prepared to do your work because we don't have anything under a 59 on this site. And really, the 59 is a site specifically about a precious metal bullion vault, which is like, if we go to our thing here, that would be like the pretty good domain authority relevance. Okay, so they have pretty good domain authority relevance, and they're all the way down at number 8. or what are they? Number 7. Let's go take a look at how many referring domains they have. They're probably in the, couple thousand range. Maybe even a few thousand. Yeah, they got almost 5,000. So again, here's a site that's kind of in the 3-ish range, and they have pretty good domain authority relevance, and they have 5,000 referring domains, and they're number 7. Okay, and then you got all guys around them that have at least 5,000 referring domains. Like most of these other guys probably have 10,000 plus, even 100,000 for some of these. Those are the type of niches you probably want to stay away from. Unless you are very experienced and you have a very high budget, good luck. Okay, so let's just go take a look at the number 1. They got a 91 domain authority. I'm guessing they have at least 50,000 referring domains. I've never heard of this site, fool.com, but I don't know how relevant it is, but they probably have a lot. Yeah, they got 73,000. All right, so the guys at I think the street is kind of about investing. I don't know. I've heard of it before. Let's go to the home page and see what the title is. Yeah, it's about the stock market, so it's somewhat about investing. So again, even this site is somewhat relevant. It's probably in between 2 and 3. Like it's not very specific for investing in gold or even investing, but it's probably between 2 and 3. And they have 77,000 referring domains. So see how in the other niche, like the sites that were between 2 and 3, they probably needed like 7,000 referring domains to rank. These guys need 77,000 referring domains to rank, being in between 2 and 3. Totally different niche than we were looking at before. Okay, so this is also what you need to look at when it comes to doing research. What type of sites are ranking on the first page? When you see all pink like this, and it's all super high authority sites, and even worse, you got sites that are about investing specifically, so are in this 2 to 3 range, and still have tens of thousands of referring domains and aren't at the top. Not a good sign. Okay, like the more relevant it is and the more links they have, if they're further down and there's multiple sites like that on this first page, that is not a good sign. All right, so just make sure you do your research when you're going to enter an affiliate niche. Another one like that, I'll just do a popular example. So let's do like get your X back. Like a lot of people try to go after that for some reason. I've messed with it, and I've got on the first page for some terms that are somewhat similar, but I haven't pushed real hard for this ever. Let's go through an OMG Command Center, just get a good overview. I just like getting an overview of domain authority. You can always check one by one, but I like getting that overview first. All right, so it takes a little bit to analyze here. Tick tock, tick tock. Should be done any second. Here we go. All right, so what do we got? Well, this is one that's in the middle. The first one was really good. We saw a lot of greens. That might be a really good niche to get into, or at least we know it's a lot easier. The second one, all pinks. Not only all pink, but you have sites that are somewhat relevant that are still at the bottom of the page with tens of thousands of referring domains. That is a super bad sign for us. I would probably not go after invest in gold. Okay, this here, all right. Well, we got some promise because we got a site that's a green at number 1. That's pretty cool. All right. And then the pinks, you got this one here, which is a pink, but it's a 49. I mean, that's not super high. So we can go check out that site more. These guys, they're yellow. They're 32, so they're close to green, and they're on the first page. But notice this. Okay, so this falls exactly in line with this right here. This page falls exactly in line with this right here, as does most of the affiliate niches you're going to look at. The one green and the one yellow, what do they have in common? Talking about X's in the domain name. With my X again, X back permanently. The more specific you are in your domain name, the lower domain authority you need. Okay? None of these other sites on the first page talk specifically about X's or getting your X back. This one is the most specific, X back permanently. This one just says, something about with my X again. This one is the most specific. Surprise, it has the lowest domain authority. Okay, let's go take a look at how many they have actually. Let's go throw them in. and they have more than I thought. They have 651, so maybe OMG Command Center isn't picking something up, or it looks like they did a 301 redirect or something, so they might be using a little trick, so be aware of that. Let's go check that other one to get a better, we would have to do more research here. With my X again, let's go take a look at that one. All right, so this is a good sign. 175. All right, so if you're going to get into this niche, be prepared to do some work. All right, like you're not going to be able to rank this site probably with 20, 30 referring domains with an EMD. You're going to need 100 plus referring domains. Okay, you're going to want to be pretty specific. Now, I know this topic can be very profitable, but just make sure you're aware of that. And make sure it's worth it for you. Make sure you have the resources to put in 100 plus referring domains, and just be aware of it. So that is how you do research. Make sure you know what's on the first page. Be aware of all these rules, because that's going to play into doing your research, and then you can get a much better idea of what type of site you should build to be on the first page and how many resources it's going to take. All right. In the next video, what I'm going to talk about is kind of like an affiliate sniper trick. Too many people try to reinvent the wheel, and I'm going to show you kind of the easiest way to build affiliate sites, and I think you'll like it.